One of the most damaging assumptions embedded into health advice is that everyone responds the same way to the same inputs. Eat this, do that, everyone gets the same result. But human biology doesn't work that way at all. Metabolic individuality, the idea that genetic variation, the idea that gut microbiome composition, that stress load, sleep quality, and activity levels create vastly different responses to identical interventions, is fundamentally reshaping how we think about health optimization moving forward. Post-meal glucose responses vary dramatically between individuals in ways that completely contradict the one-size-fits-all dietary advice. One person eats white rice and their blood sugar barely moves from baseline. Another person eats the same portion and spikes to pre-diabetic levels. This isn't about willpower or discipline, it's pure physiology. Continuous glucose monitors have revealed just how personalised metabolism actually is. Foods traditionally labelled as healthy can cause problematic glucose responses in some people, while foods considered unhealthy might be metabolically neutral for others based on their individual biology. Gut microbiome composition explains a significant part of this variation. Different bacterial populations extract different amounts of energy from the same foods and produce different metabolites that influence insulin sensitivity, inflammation, and nutrient absorption. Someone with a microbiome rich in fiber-fermenting bacteria handles complex carbohydrates efficiently and extracts beneficial short-chain fatty acids. Someone with dysbiosis struggles with the same foods and may experience bloating, inflammation, and poor blood sugar control. Generic dietary advice completely ignores this layer of individual variation. Genetic variation affects nutrient metabolism in other profound ways as well. Some people have gene variants that impair vitamin D absorption from sunlight. Others can't efficiently convert plant-based omega-3s into the longer chain forms the brain needs. Caffeine metabolism varies dramatically as well. One person thrives on coffee and experiences improved focus, while another person becomes anxious and jittery from the exact same dose due to different enzyme activity. Lactose tolerance varies by ancestry as well. Northern Europeans typically retain lactase production into their adulthood years, whereas most East Asians simply don't. So telling everybody to drink milk ignores the fundamental genetic diversity across populations. The stress capacity differs significantly between individuals based on genetics, early life experiences, and the current circumstances of that person. Some people have robust stress response systems that recover quickly from challenges. Other people have more sensitive nervous systems that require more recovery time between stresses. The same workload that one person handles easily might dysregulate another person's cortisol pattern and sleep architecture. Exercise response also varies considerably. Some people are just high responders to aerobic training, quickly improving their VO2 max with relatively modest training volumes. But then others are low responders, requiring significantly more volume and intensity to see meaningful gains. Muscle building capacity varies based on genetics, on hormone levels, age, and training history. Recovery needs differ substantially across individuals. A 25-year-old athlete recovers from intense training much faster than a 55-year-old desk worker due to differences in hormone profiles, in mitochondrial function, and accumulated stress load. Sleep needs, nutrient requirements, and injury risk aren't uniform across ages, sexes, or activity levels. So the one-size-fits-all model of health advice, eat less fat, move more, sleep 8 hours, was never going to work for everyone because everyone isn't starting from the same baseline or responding to interventions in the same way. The next wave of health optimization will be adaptive and personalized, not prescriptive and generic. Wearable technology, like continuous glucose monitors, sleep trackers, heart rate variability monitors, all of these provide real-time data about individual responses to your specific interventions. You can test how your body actually reacts to specific foods, exercise intensities, sleep patterns, and adjust accordingly based on objective data rather than generic recommendations. This doesn't mean abandoning general principles entirely, because some truths are universal. Resistance training builds muscle in everyone. Sleep supports recovery in everyone. Ultra-processed foods cause metabolic dysfunction in everyone. But the details, things like meal timing, macronutrient ratios, exercise volume, stress management techniques. Those genuinely do need personalization based on individual biology and lifestyle context. Nutritional biochemistry is advancing rapidly. We're learning how specific genetic variants affect methylation pathways, detoxification capacity, inflammatory responses, and hormone metabolism. And eventually, dietary recommendations might be tailored based on comprehensive analysis of genetic profiles, of microbiome composition, and metabolic biomarkers. The danger, of course, is overcomplication. Some people need simple, consistent habits that they can sustain long term, not endless biohacking and optimization protocols. The goal isn't to optimize every possible variable, it's to find sustainable patterns that work for your specific biology, for your lifestyle, and your goals without becoming obsessive. Generic advice will always have an important place in public health. It establishes useful baselines and provides accessible entry points. But the future is precision. Understanding that what works exceptionally well for one person might not work well at all for another. And that's not failure on anyone's part, it's simply biology. People didn't fail the advice failed the people by assuming biological uniformity that doesn't exist.